Hello everyone, this is Arash and today I want to talk about generative particle flow art. I'm based in School of Computing, University of Leeds, and I basically work on fluid flow dynamics in porous media using images. And during some of the works that I have done, I have ran into some visualizations that you might find it interesting, or I have thought that they could be visually satisfying. So today I want to share some of the findings with you. Thank you. So let's talk about the physics of this art that I'm going to talk about. So we know how fluid flows. So basically based on the speed that the fluid has or the velocity, we can create some vortexes or some complex shapes when fluid goes through and around different objects and obstacles. So if we look at these streamlines, they could create very interesting shapes like the one that you can see here. And they could be really visually satisfying. But the problem is that these sort of images, they are very computationally expensive to create. So some of them, they could even days or weeks to be run with a very good resolution. So we need to think of some sort of shortcuts that can create beautiful images, but not very scientifically accurate. So let's talk about the available ways to do that. Well, here, by being inspired by nature, we can look at ants and any sort of particle that can move around. So you know how ants walk. So uh, when each of them is going through a path, they will leave a marker behind. And when the second one comes, they can track the markers that have been left behind from the previous ant, and they try to follow that path. But at the same time, there is some randomness and there are some wobbles in the path that they are going. It's like that they decide by their own, and at the same time they look at the markers that has left behind by the previous ants. So we can use that sort of idea to generate some particles that move around the space or the plane, and then when some of them has gone through a specific path, the other ones find this tendency to follow them. So, and the other thing is that these markers can gradually fade and vanish. So it could create some artistic patterns, I guess. For example, assume that we have some particles or some ants at the middle of the space and they wanted to go in different directions. And now we want to basically visualize the traces or the markers that they have left behind in the hope that it would create something interesting. I will leave you with some of the results and experiments I have done recently, and thank you for your attention.